Playing volleyball at Clemson to me was so special and such a privilege. I remember the first time that I put on my Clemson jersey and just thinking that it was just so symbolic of how much hard work I kind of put into the game growing up and playing throughout high school and everything like that. So I just remember that moment realizing that I kind of accomplished my dream and my goal, and from then on every experience I had afterwards helped me grow as a person and a teammate and a friend.
Playing volleyball at Clemson has been an amazing experience. From start to finish, it's taught me so much. It's meant wearing the paw and wearing it proud, and being able to go into the community and wear that and represent something that's greater than myself, which is something that I've always wanted to do since I was little, was just to come somewhere and play and just be a part of something that I could remember for the rest of my life. And Clemson has given me that and so much more. The relationships that I've made here, I will take with me forever.
Clemson Volleyball has helped me carry on my family legacy of volleyball, and I've been able to represent Clemson while doing it. And wearing the paw on my chest is just a really honorable thing.
I will miss these seniors' work ethic. Every practice, every conditioning and weights, they're always pushing us to be the best athlete we can be. And not only are they pushing us by telling us, but they're also showing through example. And we're so thankful that we've had such admirable volleyball players and weight trainers and conditioners to watch and learn from.
I think that the thing that I will cherish most about playing volleyball at Clemson is just building these relationships with so many different people. You don't realize when you sign up, or I guess commit to play, that not only will you have 15 new teammates, but you'll have 3+ coaching members, you'll have support staff and administrators and so many other people involved in it. And throughout the 4 years you go through some really great times. We also go through some really hard times, and it's really cool to see how the people that you're involved with and the people on the team kind of help pull you through all of those times. And those bonds and those experiences are something that you always refer back to.
What I'll cherish the most and take with me is definitely the relationships. From my teammates to the staff to the weight room people to the people at Neary. It has been so great getting to know everyone here. And it's true that they just take you in and you do feel like family. And I believe that'll be that way even after I leave here, and when I come back and visit, I get to come back and see my family here. And I'll take the lessons that I've learned just from having to be tough and having to grow up sometimes. And those lessons I will be able to draw back on for the rest of my life and say, well, I can do this because I did something like that at Clemson.
The things that I would cherish the most are being able to travel to different universities and get to see all the different campuses and just everything that the university has to offer, and getting to travel to different states and see things that the average student doesn't typically get to see. And obviously I'll cherish the relationships that you build within your team and just the lifelong experiences and relationships that you keep forever.
The one piece of advice that I have for my teammates now and the future signees is that there will be times where things get really chaotic and really hard, whether it be you having 2 tests, a quiz and a paper all due on the same day, or having a really tough 6 a.m. workout. But in those moments, I think you have to really remember that this is such a privilege and it's something special that not many people get to be a part of, and that people on this campus and even volleyball players in middle school and high school who come to watch you are going to look up to you. And so I think it's something that you shouldn't take for granted and really should cherish.
I would say just to kind of look outside yourself and kind of take the blinders off and to see the people around you and to know them, because I feel like once you know the people here, you love them, and that makes such a difference in an experience. Is just to know people that are different than you and that look different and believe different things than you, and that helps you grow as a person, but also gets you to come outside yourself. And when you do that, you experience things and learn things that you wouldn't have if you kind of try to focus in on yourself and what you want to accomplish.
Always push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Sometimes it gets hard and you don't know what you have to give and what is left in the tank, but always just to keep pushing forward and to always just give your best. And there's always more to give, whether you think there is or not, and just you'll find it within you and the great athlete that you can be and the great person that you can be if you just always push yourself outside of your comfort zone.
Something I admire most about the senior class is their leadership and their work ethic on and off the court. Whether it's in practice or in a workout, you never have to question their work ethic because they're always giving 110%, which is something that everyone can look up to.
This senior class is full of 3 girls that are the perfect example of championship behavior. And honestly, I can say that all 3 of them are best friends to me. And I'm just so lucky that I've got to go through the past couple years with them and love them and learn from them.
For Keely, I'll miss her presence on the court the most. She's always the loudest, and she's command communicating, and she's always holding others to the standard that should be held. And for Kennedy, I'll miss her quick-witted humor all the time. She's always making me laugh. Even if I'm having a bad day, I'll come in the locker room and she'll brighten my day.
A message that I have for my parents who will be in attendance, I don't think that thank you is enough to say to you guys. I think that throughout these 4 years, you've helped me more than I could possibly have ever imagined, whether it be a phone call at 2 a.m., stressed over exams, or dealing with the back injury and all the decisions that kind of came with that. I don't know how I possibly would have gotten through any of it.
Just thank you for the endless support that you've given me through the years. I couldn't have done it without every single one of you. And in my hardest moments, you've always understood that I just needed a little push every day, and you always had the right things to say, especially to my sisters that were always there to guide me through any question I had about volleyball. And just they understood all the heartaches and the pains that I was feeling and helped me get to where I am today.
Mom, Dad, Jordan, I can't thank you guys enough for your relentless support and just abundant love my whole life, and especially when I've been here. And even when I've not been the best daughter or sister, you guys have been the best parents and the best sister.
I know that it's not easy being 12 hours away in Chicago, but I am so appreciative of you guys making the time to come down and always making sure that you were involved, even if it was from far away.
I couldn't have done any of it without you guys. I love you guys so much. Okay, that's it.
Well, first I want to thank our senior class. I'm super appreciative of you being so open to change. People say change is hard, and especially to be in your senior year and being so open and willing to embrace the change that we've brought to Clemson with championship behavior, and not just to embrace it, but to accept it and to run with it and to become championship behavior. You gals truly have helped us start to set the foundation for what Clemson Volleyball is becoming, and just a huge thank you to you 3 for that. When I got here this past spring, Megan Hannawall had came in to meet with me, and she had decided to medically DQ before I had arrived, and she came and met with me because she still really wanted to be involved with the program. And so she came in this spring and asked to help out, and I'm so thankful that she did, because at that time I was the only person here trying to run the program before we had our staff. And so she literally kind of was my assistant coach this past spring, and through that experience we decided we wanted to keep her on this fall, and her role really evolved from, helping us in practice to helping us in matches to traveling with us. And she's done a great job of being a student assistant for us. So thank you, Megan, for your commitment to the program. We've enjoyed having you, and we definitely appreciate all the help. So Kennedy has been an amazing person to coach. One of my favorite things about Kennedy is she just has a genuine, contagious energy about her that no matter what kind of day you're having, the second you get around her presence, you can just feel her energy. And what I love is she has this charismatic way of telling a story, and when she starts to tell it, she's like, okay, yeah, and you have no choice but to dial in and listen to her. You want to drop everything else you were doing or even thinking about and just listen, because the passion that she brings when she shares a story or is telling you something is so intense that you want to just listen and hang on to every single word that she says. So thank you, Kennedy, for making sure you brought a smile to me every day, and I know you did the same for your teammates. So Keely has obviously been one of our CEOs this season, and when I got here this spring, Keely came in to meet with me, and she told me, she wanted to be a leader for the program. And so we sat and we met, and one of the things she mentioned to me was, I haven't felt like myself since I've been here. And that stuck with me, and I definitely made it my mission. I wanted to help her get back to feeling like the person that she is. And so to watch her evolve and grow as a CEO and earn her teammates' trust and respect, and the way she commands her presence on the court, and just to watch her really get back into her own skin has been a true honor to be her head coach and watch her experience that, as well as to help her along the way. So Keely, it's been a true honor coaching you. Congrats on your senior night. I'm very proud of you and the young woman you have evolved into, and thanks for everything you have done and represented for the younger players within our program.